Thank you, Lynn. And when you hear those kinds of introductions, it really does take a village, a team, so many people to come together to provide the kind of facility that we're dedicating today to the learning of our children. And I just want to thank all of you for the part that you played. And I have to say, Mr. and Mrs. Kiesler, I remember when Joe Bienbo and I came and sat in your room and had a conversation about this property. And I just want to thank you for being willing to talk with us and work with us to allow this kind of facility to be built. And Ms. Kiesler, you and I got the memo about colors for Rocky Creek, didn't we? Well, thank you so much for the part that you played and for everyone. And, you know, this is an important day today because we are dedicating the first prototype elementary school in our 2008 bond referendum and our first school that will be LEEDS certified. That means leadership in energy and environmental design, or it means that we are green. And this is the first school that will have that designation, and our plan is that all of our schools that will be following will be LEED certified as well, which means that we are being conscious of our resources and conserving, and we think that's important. Now, our district did not only build buildings that are LEED designed, but we also continue to redesign our elementary schools to make them our 21st century prototype, to ensure that we have the kind of building that will support the curriculum that our students need, the kind of learning that they need in order to be 21st century graduates. And that's what this is really about. And so you're going to see some very special features in our school today as you visit. And I want to share some of that with you in just a few minutes. But first I want to thank all of the people who helped us make this move. Now, you know, any time that we move into a new building, it's a task because we're opening up a building for almost 600 students and staff and supplies and equipment and all of those things that go with it. Well, it's hard enough to open in August, but this was rather unusual in that we opened Rocky Creek on site in mid-year. And so the first semester was spent on Lake Murray Elementary School campus. So I just wanted to say a special thank you to our faculty and staff and our leader for making that work. And if we have anyone here from Devonna, from Lake Murray, who made this work, two faculties working together seamlessly and making this transition. And that really has been unsurpassed in my experience, and I want to give a very special thank you for all of you that made that happen. More importantly than anything, though, we're here to dedicate this building to the learning of our students and the role that you will play in their learning and in their development. So you're going to see a building, our 21st century prototype, that is very rich in technology. And as I was greeted by some of our students today, that's one of the things that they pointed out. I said, well, how do you like your school? Oh, I like the technology. So we do have interactive classrooms. I hope you'll get a look at our STEM lab, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics lab, our specialized computer lab. The flexible space, you'll see a lot of flexible furniture, a lot of flexible space, collaborative space where students can come together to collaborate in their learning, and teachers can collaborate in their learning and their work. And you will see a lot of daylight, a lot of windows. And the research is so clear about all of this. that the more daylight, the more natural light there is, the better the learning and the better the behavior. And we like both of those, don't we? So you're going to see windows and a lot of light. Well, all of those are resources that are so important to support the educational program of the children. But I want to share with you just a minute about some other design criteria that you may not know about. We have special state codes that we have, and local codes that we have to meet. For example, we're in the cafeteria. Our cafeteria has to meet requirements to the level of commercial quality restaurants. An additional thing that we don't have to do in our homes. Sprinkler systems, of course, for safety. Seismic activity requirements that we have to build into the structure of the building. Motion detectors for room lighting. Extensive network systems for our security, fire system, technology, and other systems that we have. And you may not think about this, but our buildings, our school buildings, have to last 50 to 75 years, a long time, with a lot of students through those doors over those 50 to 75 years. Now, to make our buildings more efficient and functional, we are using measures that are a little different, that are more green, using mechanical systems that will last 25 years instead of 12 years. Water systems that reduce consumption. LED lighting. You'll see the LED lighting and the on-off systems that we have that will save electricity and that will last longer. Terrazzo flooring in the high traffic areas. So they will last the time of the building and will not have to have the replacement costs of other types of flooring. Even with all of those things, you know, we also wanted this place to be pretty, you know, to be pleasant, to send a message that learning is important and that we take pride in our learning and that our community would take pride in the facility that was amongst them. So it's important that we have all of those things. And what I'd like to say is that even with all of that, we were able to build Rocky Creek Elementary School for $113 a square foot, which is below the state and national average and very competitive with stick-built homes in our area that do not have these kinds of requirements. So we're very pleased to be able to offer these kinds of things to our students and celebrate the learning that they will achieve here. Well, we know all of this was possible because of you and all of the people across Lexington 1 that supported our bond referendum, that supported our 1 cent sales tax to pay for the bond referendum, that supports the excellence in our school system. And so we are committing that to you and to our children and to their children's children, that our community will continue to support excellence, not just in facilities, but in the learning and the caring and the loving of your children. That is what today is all about. We appreciate the partnership that we have with you, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.